A new patch means a new meta. To help you figure it out, we're going over what I think are the 5 best comps this patch. Let's get started. Although Yumi did not get buffs this time around, she's gotten several over the last few patches, making Yumi and mascots almost as strong as they were when they first dominated Set 8. Back again in this AP meta, Yumi is a top tier reroll comp. To play this, you want to pick up supers with Star Guardian 3. You'll stay at level 6, rolling down for 3 stars. But if you're contested or already hit multiple 3 stars and want to level up, you can splash in additional mascots or civilians for more mana. For items, Yumi needs blue buff to throw out constant spells. Then for damage, Gunblade, Jewel Gauntlet, Giant Slayer, and Guardbreaker are all powerful and get the job done. Once 3-starred, this little kitty will be one-shotting enemies in no time. Now Viego has seen his fair share of ups and downs this set, which is fair since Ox Force is a tricky trait to balance. Right now, Viego Renegades is up there as one of the best comps in the game, due in no small part to his easy access to Aegis in this heavy AP meta. To play this comp, you need Renegade 3 and as many Ox Force units as you can fit, with a splash of Aegis to round it out. For items, Viego needs Ionic Spark to shred resistance, along with 1 damage item and 1 healing item. Jeweled Gauntlet is his best choice for the multiplicative damage. Hand of Justice, Gunblade, and Bloodthirster all work for healing, so just take what you can get. Leona and Aphelios round out this comp in the late game to add much needed CC and tank busting powers. You want to roll down at level 8 for Viego 2, Aphelios 1, or Leona 1, then move on to level 9 to complete your legendaries. Next up is Gadgeteen Zoe. Now this comp got several buffs this patch, to add to the huge damage buffs Zoe got last patch. LeBlanc, Lulu, and Zoe's augments were all buffed in 13.4, which makes Zoe reroll one of the strongest underrated comps right now. For this comp, you want to stay at level 7 to find Zoe and LeBlanc 3-star. Bonus points if you hit Alistar as well. Then round out your comp with Gadgeteen and Aegis units. By level 9, you can add in more Aegis or Gadgeteen 5, which is super broken with the recent rework. For items, Zoe needs blue buff to keep the spells coming. Look to combine that with Death Cap, Archangel Staff, and Gunblade or other AP items. Jeweled Gauntlet is only good if you get a Heart Spatula, and if you do, place it on Zoe. Heart Zoe is Giga Busted, providing fast scaling and mega damage. I'm looking to cover this comp more in depth, so look out for my next comp guide. If you want to improve and hit your rank goals, then you don't want to miss out on future comp guides and meta updates like this one, so don't forget to hit subscribe. Now, once again, Taliyah has gotten more major buffs. I already thought she was strong last patch, so you know she had to make it back onto this list this time around. To play this comp, you want to look for Star Guardian 5, Spellslinger 4, and splash in any Aegis or legendary units. Taliyah's favorite item is Shojin due to her large mana bar. Look to combine this with Jeweled Gauntlet and either Giant Slayer or Guardbreaker to shred tanks. Now Gunblade is a workable substitute, but you really want big damage on her. To play this, you'll need to roll down at level 8 for Taliyah 2, Echo 2, and hopefully a Janna or Syndra 1. From there, push for level 9 to round out your comp with more legendary units. This comp is very stable in the mid game and keeps scaling well into the late game with all the legendaries you can fit in. For a more detailed look, check out my Taliyah guide, link is in the description below. The final comp, rounding out my list, is Anima Squad Miss Fortune. Although she did not get any buffs this patch, Miss Fortune continues to dominate the field, and because AP comps are so popular, she's a very strong carry to flex into or out of in the current meta, which means slamming any of her core items doesn't close you off to other comps if you get contested. To play this, you'll need Anima Squad 5. From there, just splash in the most powerful units you can find. Urgot, Nunu, Fiddlesticks, and Leona are all great options. You need to roll down at level 8 for Miss Fortune 2 and any legendary units. You can also trade out Vi for Echo. Although you lose Brawler 2, Echo is super powerful and worth the trade. Vayne will act as a backup carry, and Riven is your main tank. Because there's only a couple core units, and Miss Fortune doesn't need other splash traits to function, this is one of the most flexible and simple comps to play. For items, you need Shojin for MF's large mana bar. Pair that with Gunblade, Jeweled Gauntlet, Giant Slayer, or Guardbreaker, as a tank buster item is important since MF will almost always target them first. I've also gone over this comp in depth, so if you're interested in that, click the link in the bio or the thumbnail coming up on screen now. If this video helped you, leave a like, as it helps others find the video too. Until next time, I'm Swagadelic.